Okay, so for this video, I want to do light baking. The reason why I want to do this is mainly because on the interior of this castle, I have 21 lights, and if you have that many lights, the performance takes a huge hit, and you can't. It's pretty much impossible to play the game comfortably. So right away, what I'm going to do is um, I'm going to go into this lighting tab. If this isn't already open, I'm going to go just go into Window, Rendering, and then click Lighting here, and this should pop up. And in here, I'm going to go into Environment, and in the skybox, I'm going to set it to none. Ambient color is going to be black, and in the main camera, which is attached to the player, the it's going to be the source is going to be color, and I'll make it, actually this isn't it. Oh, wrong. I have to go here, sorry. Under Inspector. So with the camera selected, skybox, I want to change it to solid color, and I'll just leave the color as it is. Actually, I can make it a little bit brighter, maybe like this. Another thing that I have to do is, with all the lights, I need to make sure it's soft shadows, and I need to make it static, and I'm going to do it the same thing for all these here, all these interior lights, make them all static, and make sure it's all soft shadows. And and the mode is baked. The general mode baked. I need to go into all my interior geometry, make sure they're all static. Exterior as well, make sure it's all static. To start off, I'm only going to do the exterior first, so anything in the interior I'm just going to disable for now, and I'm going to keep all the interior lights disabled. So right now it's only the exterior. I'm going to hide my character, so I'm going to select my character, disable it, so it's the exterior, and my directional light. I'm going to go back into my lighting tab, and in the scene section, I need to create a lighting settings asset. So I just press new, and it creates one in this folder, whatever folder is open at the moment. So right now it's the assets folder, and I want to keep everything as is. There's no need to change anything. I could bump things up later on if I want to do like a final one, but I find like just the default settings is good enough. So I'm gonna generate lighting, and I'll be back when it's done. Actually, I realized that I can't bake two separate times, so I'm going to try something completely different. First, I'll show you what the problem is. So if I go into the interior, let's just say I turn on my interior lights. The interior lights are on, but somehow the directional light affects the interior as well. It has this, if I shut this off, then it goes away. But once I turn on the directional light, it affects the interior, which is what I'm trying to avoid. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to, instead of baking the directional light for the exterior geometry, I'm going to make the directional light, instead of baked, I'm going to set it to real time, and I'm going to set the rendering layers to layer 2, and all the exterior geometry, it's going to be set to um, layer 2. But so for now, I'm going to hide the directional light as well as the exterior, and I'm going to try only baking the lights for the interiors. So all the lights will be baked on the interior, but the exterior of the building will be real-time lighting. So that's the only way that I can think of. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'll try. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to try deleting this, deleting my lighting settings asset, and I'm going to clear bait data, and I want to create another, make it fresh, just to make sure any data that was created beforehand is all erased. And then I'm going to generate lighting again, but because this has 21 lights in the interior, this is going to take up to like 3 hours. So I'll be back after this is done. Okay, so the baking's all done now. So as you can see from a distance, you can see the interior is all lit up. So now I'm going to find out if this actually worked. So I'm going to select my exterior, and I'm going to turn it on. As you can see, it's all black because there's no light, but you can faintly see the interior in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the directional light, which is only rendering light layer 2, and all the exterior has a render layer mask light layer 2. So if I turn that on, it's only affecting the outside, which is perfect. But I'm still not done yet because I have to deal with the player. So the player, I'm not going to use the directional light to influence the player because it's not going to reach him when he's inside the building. So I have to have a separate light source. So I actually have 2 of them. One's like a regular light, and the other one's a fill light. So I'm going to turn both of those on, and making sure that they're both in real time, not bake mode. I'm going to go and set the rendering layer to light layer 1 and uncheck default. And in the main character, I'm going to enable the main character, but as you can see, if I go really close to him, he's all black because the light is not reaching him yet. That's because I have not set the render light layer yet. So what I have to do is I have to open up the FBX, the default pose, and select all the geometry. So I'm not selecting the armature or the actual FBX, but the geometry that's embedded. So the beard, the body, the left and right eye. And with those 2 selected, I'm going to go and in the mesh renderer, drop down materials. Oh, sorry. At the very bottom, rendering layer mask. I'm going to set that. I'm going to uncheck default, which makes him invisible, and I'm going to check on light layer 1. So he's got 2 lights hitting him now. So as you can see, the light on the character is a little bit brighter, which is kind of good. It's kind of a happy accident because I kind of want the main character to be like more visible than the environment, as well as the enemies. I think it's a better design. Oh, and one thing I forgot to do is I forgot to turn off all the lights, because if I don't turn those off, then it's going to be bogged down. Going to do, I'll just go through the environment through the editor. I'm just going to start where the player is. So if I can use the right mouse button to mimic the first person camera. So I'm just holding down the right mouse button and using the WSAD to move around. So as you can see, the outside looks pretty good. That's with the directional light, but as soon as I walk in, I'm gonna make sure I get through all these doors and all these interior lights. All these lights are turned off. These are all baked lights and shadows. So the only problem here is I have like these metallic spikes. I didn't put enough lights here to make them visible. There's actually like gaps in the wall. That's why there's these wall climb sort of like surfaces, kind of like that you see in Darksiders 2. So you can like avoid those spikes, but you can't see them. And if I go here, there's the water, but unfortunately the water is not very visible. And there's like a little passageway the player can swim through to another area, but I'm not going to go through that. So this is the whoops, that's the door that I entered through, and on either side of that door there's two stairways. The lighting was okay here. Obviously, like the lighting is like there's no like lamps or like wall fixtures, but this is just a test, so I just want to see the light baking in action in Unity. So if I go up these stairs, there's another room, and if I spin around, there's another passageway, but unfortunately I forgot to add lights there, so you can't really see. And if I go all the way up, go up through the ceiling, there's more rooms as you go up the stairs. That's kind of hard to see using this method. If I go up some more, there's some really tall rooms. So you can see like the columns and like, I guess you call this, I don't know, it's called trim or whatever. And if I go all the way to the top, there's another tall room, and above that is the top, I guess, I don't know what you would call this. This is the very top of the castle. So if I zoom out of here, it's got this like pyramid sort of like thing that the player can jump on. So as you can see, although it wasn't perfect, like I didn't like how you couldn't see the surface of the water, like in the pool, and I also forgot to put some lights in like the spiral stairs or some of the other areas. The lighting was a little bit off, but that's just a matter of like tweaking. This is my first time doing this baking thing, and I'm so glad that I went through it. Now I understand the difference between like exterior lighting and interior lighting, um, and I also know the fact that you can't bake both in the same scene. So it was a good learning experience, and I hopefully you got something out of it. But that's all I'm going to do for this video. But yeah, hopefully you like that, and yeah, please be on the lookout for more videos. Okay, thanks.